Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the June Keys Penguin Habitat. My name's Michelle. I'm joined today with Jenny and 23 of our penguins. Now, 20 of our penguins are adults, and then we have 3 juveniles. Now, up here we have Gats, and he is one of our adults, and you can tell the adults because they have that double black band across their chest. But we also have 3 youngsters. There's 2 of them right over on my right-hand side that look a little bit different. It's because they don't have that double black band. So the big thing is that was Patsy, and Patsy tends to be a little bit more timid, especially when it comes to feeding. And we've been having a lot of seagulls. As you can tell, we have a seagull right up there that we have to keep an eye out. The penguins right now are in their migratory phase, and so that means that they spend a lot of time in the water, but they're also incredibly skittish. So anytime there's a noise, somebody can accidentally hit the window, we're doing some construction out back, all these different things can kind of frighten the penguins and they'll make a run for the water. Now that's normal for all penguins, but it's one of the reasons why every time she drops a fish, I have to make sure to pick it up because that seagull is looking at it going, if I fly down there, can I get a free meal? And hopefully I'm always faster than the seagull. Sometimes I'm not. But what I'm going to be doing is kind of hanging out. They already had breakfast earlier today, so this is their lunch, and so I'm giving them a nice little, small snack before we go till the rest of the day. They will get one more feed tonight, which will tide them over till the next morning. Now, our penguins, like I said, are in migration mode, so they're eating quite a bit. We keep track of all the food that is given to our penguins, so we can see trends. So if for some reason an animal stops eating, we can tell our veterinarian when that happened, and we can kind of pinpoint when the animal stopped feeling good. Now, people often wonder, what is it like feeding a penguin? If you have a 3-year-old at home or have ever fed a 3-year-old, it's a lot like feeding a 3-year-old. I can offer food. Sometimes they'll take it, sometimes they won't. Now, what's really funny is people are looking at, they swallow their food whole. And they actually are really good at that. We offer 2 different types of food. We offer herring and capelin. And capelin is the smaller stuff. We have some penguins that will only eat capelin, some that will only eat herring. We have a few that will eat both. And what we try to do, especially with our youngsters, is making sure that they eat both types so that they don't have a preference. It's okay, guys. Jenny doesn't have the food. Now, like I said, since everybody's a little skittish, they kind of walk around really quickly. It's okay. Fisher got a herring. But this is pretty much what's going on. They kind of get it really quickly. Patsy got a herring this time. Good girl, Patsy. You want to try another? And a second. Now, people often ask, where is the ice? Well, these guys are temperate penguins, which means that they like to live in the sun just like you and I do. They are found off the coast of South America. There's a lot of different colonies down there. Our exhibit is actually designed as one of those. Andy got a herring. And Skipper got a herring. And that's the 3-year-old saying, no, I don't like that fish. So when they come up and come on deck, it's perfectly fine because these penguins are used to this type of temperature. The one thing's different than, say, our coastline is that this water is actually quite cold. It's around 60 degrees. So if the penguins start getting a little too warm, they'll actually just dive in, cool off, and then if they want to, come back up on deck. But because this is migration time, most likely they're going to be spending most of their time in the water. Now, one of the things that I did mention is since it is migration time and they are very skittish during this time, if one of the penguins perceives a threat, all of them will take that threat seriously. And so you just saw something happen where somebody perceived a threat and they all went into dive mode. And that's when they'll start porpoising really quickly. They'll start swimming away, trying to figure out what's going to get them, whereas it's really nothing. We've actually had this exhibit for a nice amount of time. So all of our penguins, we have 10 penguins that have been born or hatched here at the aquarium. And so they're very aware of what's going on, what is here, what can affect them. They are still scared of seagulls. Occasionally we'll have great blue herons drop by, but for the most part, these guys are pretty relaxed other than this time of year. Well, at this time, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I would like to say thank you all for coming to the aquarium because your admission does help us take care of all of our animals. So for myself and Jenny and all of our penguins, we hope you enjoy your day here at the Aquarium of the Pacific, and we hope to see you again real soon.